Assalamu alaikum to all Muslim brother and sister, and hi to all non-Muslim brother and sister. Today I am going to talk about democracy, then I will talk about autocracy, bureaucracy, theocracy, aristocracy, and all types of the crazy. And first of all I will talk about bureaucracy, which is the most common method of ruling some country in this world, and which is very old. Actually, the theory, the concept, the definition is very old. And I think if I remember, it was said by Aristotle. Aristotle gave the definitions of autocracy, bureaucracy, and theocracy, I think. So, while whatever was in the history, I should say the definition of bureaucracy, and tell about little bit about the bureaucracy, and then I will also explain about it, how it works and what is it. Actually, the democracy, I am talking about democracy. The democracy is the system of ruling in which people rules. In which people rules. How the people rules? People give vote to their representatives. The representative, the people they want to rule them. So, if we say the people give the vote to the people to rule to them, it means that it is good. I mean, the people want somebody to rule them. It means the ruler is good, which the people want, but it is not the actually happening. It is not actually happening because of some reason. We know that many people in the world are very illiterate, do not know how to respond to the difficult situations and some problems, and they cannot take good decisions. They are not good decision makers. I am related to the accounting business, accountancy. So I know what is about. I know all about decision making and what concern to the decision, and how some person who can take good decision is vital, and how some person can take good decision, which obviously needs some knowledge and some skills to take decision about something. And when we say in a normal country, in any country, the literate people, the number of literate people would be very low in most of the underdeveloped countries, and obviously in some developed countries the situation is same. The literate people are very less. And if we say about my country, which I will the name I will not talk, I will not say, but the number of literate people would be 30% or 40%, but illiterate people would be 60 to 70%. So uh, choosing a leader is a very special kind of thing, is a very, it relates to the knowledge and understanding. If some person is illiterate, even don't know what to do and what not to do, even which would not be able to do to take good decision, how can he elect or she elect a representative or a ruler who would be good? So when we give something, some decision in the hands of illiterate people, the people, ignorant people, then obviously that will affect to the literate people, because illiterate people are taking decisions to take their rulers, and this is the consequences. The bad and the worst people come into the government. So it is the first thing to say about democracy. The people rules. Whose rules? The people who are most ignorant and illiterate people. So the first disadvantage of democracy. And if we go deep into the democracy, we will see that the sanitary system, the senate system or parliamentary system. And we know that the parliament is called would always be sovereign, is called law making authority. The parliament is called law making authority, and the court and the police and the army, they are all called law applying authorities. They are not law making authorities. And obviously the assembly members, they are law making authorities, which means that they can make any law in Islamic countries as well as in non-Islamic countries. They can make any law, and it is a matter of common sense. If somebody is have authority to make law, how could he make the law against himself, which will trap him? Obviously, he will not make. It is a matter of common sense. It is a common sense. The person will not make trap for himself, will not dig a hole for himself. That's why they make the law which would help them whatever they want to do. They do not make the laws in the favor of normal population or humanity. So it is also an advantage of democracy. And there are many things, there are many things to talk about democracy, and there are many disadvantages of democracy. Also the autocracy, which means in autocracy only one person rules. We can say that kingship. And there are theocracy, which means the direct rule of God or gods. The gods or gods means the one and only God, the God of the most accepted and most common religion in the world, like Christians and Muslims, the one and only God. And also the gods which is called in Urdu language or Hindi language Devta, the rule of them. And if we say that the both gods fall in the theocracy, so it would be possible, it would not be helpful, it would not be good to have theocracy in a country, because in the definition both gods fall, the one and only and the gods, the number of gods, the mythological and the mythetical gods, which are not, which I think and I know do not exist in reality. So theocracy is not also a good option. If we say theocracy, direct rule of God, one and only God, then it is good. But if we say gods, then it is not. And also so I was talking about theocracy, and after theocracy then there is aristocracy. Aristocracy means the rules of noble birth, the people who are noble. Nowadays we cannot guess, we cannot know who is noble birth, and we cannot say that a noble can rule very perfectly or rules in a kind manner or in a good manner. So aristocracy is not also good. And as far as Muslims are concerned, there is a method to rule, not rule, because in Islamic country the rule is only the rule of God. God himself rules, not directly, but through his naib, through his khalifa, to his delegated person, to his representative, through his representative or delegated person, which is called khalifa, which is called naib, which means some person which is delegated, which do not have sole authority to rule, but he create the rule of God in some country. And if he established the rules of God and broke any rule, any law which is created, which is from God, then also will be punished, will be under the jurisdiction of that law, will be punished. So if Khalifa do against the law, he will be punished, because he do not have the real rules. He is a delegated person. The rule is the Almighty God. The ruler is Almighty God, Allah. the actual ruler of the whole world and universe. So I think it is the best option to have Khilafat and to have Khalifa, and through not this election method, but some people who are enlightened in their heart, who are enlightened, who are pious, who are the buzurg, the people who are uh, wali, or the people who are really enlightened, and who are the people with a great knowledge and wisdom, and those people will decide the Khalifa, the best man in the whole country, in the whole nation. And then this man would also be enlightened and would be pious, will elect other Khalifas, sub Khalifas in other cities and in other areas of that country. I think this would be the best method of having something regulatory, or regulate the nation, or the people. The best method would be Khilafat. I know in my video there would be not perfection. I would not be fluent because of I didn't prepare this video lecture, or the video. I just started saying things. So if there would be any mistake in my language, in anything, so please forgive me. And I will upload videos time to time, and then someday I will be perfect in making videos, and sharing the knowledge about things, and sharing the views, my views. I don't know the people would agree with me, but it is up to them. I think whatever I say is is just is logical, is good. And if anybody agree with me, he may have more knowledge about these things and share with me, and which will also refine myself, and also give me more knowledge. So I think it would be enough for today. So I will upload one more video, more and more video next time. So assalamu alaikum to all Muslim brother and sister, and hi to all non-Muslim brother and sister, and bye, and Allah Hafiz, and assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.